I don't know what it can be, Martha, but them frogs is awful loud. Hello, friends. I'm Colonel Failure, and them frogs is awful loud. Welcome back to Depraved, the Wild West Cowboy City Building Tycoon Simulator.com. It is the year whatever, and the beautiful town of Failurewood, having overcome bandits and frog. Well, no, actually, the frogs run this town at the present time. There we go. The secret to silencing the frogs: get away from the frogs. Yes, the frogs are a menace. Yep, there they are, still doing their thing. Despite patch notes to the contrary, they still make a racket every time they show up. But anyway, in the last episode, we earned enough money to be able to expand the town boundaries, which will then allow us to expand the kind of things we do in the town. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes. And a lot of this was accomplished by upping my horse selling game. 1, 2, 3, 4. In fact, the ability to, because you get new people just turn up on horseback and go, hello, I've arrived on horseback. Go, oh, nice horse, very nice. Yes, park it in the stables. It'll be completely fine in there, completely fine. Sell it, Dave. Sell it. Sell a horse. Sell a horse. We don't ask what they're going to do with the horses once they've bought them. We just get on with it. On the subject of which, here's the intro. This is the ballad of Littleton Cyrus, who was told to go and get a Winchester, and has since stood his ground, but is now being killed by an attack wolf. No, he is not being killed by an attack wolf. He is instead going to the doctors. Anyway, wolf down. We turned up at that at the right moment, didn't we? Oh, what a high level of excitement that was. Right, our mill is almost complete, which means we can turn flour into something that possibly could be considered useful, as soon as we then have a bakery up as well. Meanwhile, I'm itching to make a distillery, which can then make booze, which I can either sell for a profit or sell for a profit that gets my villagers drunk. Both these things are certainly possible. And we're waiting on a new lumberjack and a new stonemason, because I have deduced that both lumber and stones can be sold for quite the profit. But before we do any of that, let's upgrade the town. All I have to do is find the correct button. Jump to city. Yes. Failurewood. Oh, that's what it's called. I'm going to find it. I know it's here somewhere. Is it the build menu? I don't think it is. Okay. Is it in the city overview? There's people. No. Because I've done this twice already. One would imagine I'd be able to find it. Meanwhile, enjoy these cowboy tunes. Yeah. Nope, it's not there. I mean, I could click it again, but I doubt it'll be there this time. I don't think it was just hiding. Click on money. No. Click on balance. Click on spring. Click on... No, that's a report the bug button. Click on the dudes. No. Click on the town hall. You click on the town hall. That's what you do. Where is it? Here it is. Good. Right. There we are. I knew I'd find it. Expand my territory. Da-da-dun. Right. How much more territory do I have? Oh, be still my beating heart. At this rate, it's going to take flipping ages to get out here. You know what I might do? I might build a second town out there. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, that's a lot of work, and we don't have the resources for it. The one thing we do have going in our favour, though, is we've definitely got the workforce now. What we don't have is the rest of it. Anyway, let's queue up a whole bunch of stuff to get built, and then I shall spend money on getting resources in. The way I see it, that's going to be a sensible manoeuvre. Right, here we go. We need... Do we go with the cemetery and the undertaker first? I think it's going to make people happier. How many corpses have I got lying around at the moment? Pretty much none. It'll wait. Right, instead we will go with production, and we need a bakery, which we shall put next to the mill. It's almost as though I thought this through. Right, go on, you snuggle in there. In fact, you know, I'm going to stick you round the back of this grain farm. I know, yeah, where the wolf was. The wolf isn't there anymore, though, is it? So that's fine. Get placed. A resident has died. Oh, hello. What happened to you there, Duncan Disorderly? Oh, he was eaten. Duncan, another one of our original pioneer crew, has not made it. Anyway, we've got another gunslinger coming in. It's Johnny Schneiko. Johnny, you're hired. Keep your horse. I know you won't, but you know, if you could, that would be helpful. Who's this? This is Des Zeltzman. Beg your pardon, D Zeltzman. I went with Des because he had his shirt off. And I've known several Deses, and they're all quite keen on having a shirt off on a regular basis. But don't, Johnny, get a gun, mate. That's it. Oh, no, wait. Oh, sorry, you've got a gun. Get a horse. There you go. You're one of the only people I allow to have a horse, so you should just enjoy that. Go and hang around out here, and make yourself useful. There we go. See, that's how we run this town. Get back to work. I found the get back to work button, which is also quite valuable. Right, what was I doing? I was queuing up all manner of buildings that I should probably be a little bit more cautious about being quite so hasty about. Oh, were you? Good. Good. Where's the distillery? Here's the distillery. And again, this is in kind of Grain Central, so this is a good location for it. There you go, stick me still in here. Why the distillery needs quite so much space is beyond me, but as long as we're producing the highest quality booze, all will be well. And then once that's built and we've got it actually doing the thing, we'll stick a saloon in around here in close proximity to the doctor and the church, because you know, that'll be quite good. Also in close proximity to the well, so that should the need arise, we can throw a bucket of water over them, like they do in the movies. I know they don't. They tend to dunk people in a drinking trough, but this is the best I can do on short notice. Right then, I need some more metal parts. Let us buy some metal. 26? Flaming Nora. Alright, well, I'll tell you what, let's buy 25 of them. I mean, they're not cheap, but we need them. Meanwhile, what have we got in stock? We've got some water. Yeah. Still got some firewood. That's good. Given that we're now out of winter, we can start building up next year's supply. Planks, we've got 3. What we're short on, though, is logs, and I'm not buying them in. Not at 17 a throw. That's ridiculous. We're also good for grain still, but pretty soon that grain is going to start getting consumed by the mill that will turn it into flour. And hopefully by the still that will turn it into booze, and won't that be a grand thing? A resident is homeless. Well, they came here without a house waiting for them. You can't blame me for that. You blame a level of exuberance that they brought to the party. You can't level that one at me. Anyway, here we are in downtown Failurewood. Where the hot gossip of the day, I don't know, but it seems to be keeping them engaged. Who's this dude? Mate, seriously, I would recommend, Ansel, wear some trousers that aren't the same colour as your flesh tone, and then it won't look like you're just walking around in a gun belt and nothing else. Right? It's just common decency, man. I mean, you don't want to spook the ladies, or maybe you do, but you shouldn't. Regardless. Right, what is the building project du jour? I suspect it's the double bill of the lumberjack stonemason combo, which will enable us to flourish. Probably, could happen. Let's have a look and see what our existing ones are doing. So this lumberjack has pretty much deforested the entire area. And then we've got 2 stonemasons. I see. I mean, I built an extra one earlier, and it's making me kind of regret having built a 3rd. But since we're out of stone at the moment, I'm not regretting it that much. Right, there's horses here. I'm gonna go. And there's more. We should go steal these. Right, I'll tell you what. All of my people who are a horse has died. Really? No, we're not full. Someone park the horse in the stable, will you? Then at least I can sell it. Honestly, you bunch of clowns. What are you doing? Littleton, you've got a rifle now. I'll tell you what, Burton. It's a silly name, Burton. Go and grab this rifle. I mean, I should probably send my my gunslingers to do this, but that's okay. Jenny, come out here. There's a pistol with your name on it. I'm sure that arming some of my labourers is not a bad way in any way at all. Rocky, if that is your name, come get those. And then we've got 5 horses here, which is worth 125 quid. So if you think for a moment, I'm just going to let them stay out here. Findlay, you come and grab one of these. Oh, I tell you what, and a pistol. Grab the pistol, Findlay. I'll send someone out there with you in case you get jumped by wolves. What are you doing there, shipman? I'm just having a sit. The hell you are. There are jobs that need doing. This particular job is go grab this pistol. Or to put it in Lee Marvin terms, pick up the gun. Hold on, were those? Oh no, that's okay. For a moment there, I thought there were wolves or some such entangling. Someone is already there. Findlay's going to grab both. Oh crikey. Okay, in which case, just come and grab a horse then, man. Shipman Battersall. That's a totally authentic name for the totally authentic town. Great. Well, what is actually quite heartening is that this town centre segment here, who are you waving at? Ainsley? Ansley? Whatever your name is. It's a silly name. Get back to work. Look at all these... Harm Richardson. No. We're good. Your new name is Horse Gatherer Richardson. That's a fox, and he's friendly, apparently. So we don't need to interfere with the fox. But I think I got a notification before I started mucking about with labourers looting the landscape. So honestly, that should be somebody's job. There's Duncan, but he's miles away from anywhere that'll do us any trouble. I was about to reassign some of my chaps to slightly more productive areas. Now, you get out here and start tackling this quarry. Now, the big concern I've got is that it doesn't look like stone is going to last forever. Unless there is a mine, or unless it's a byproduct from mining, which would be absolutely splendid. But I don't see that as being likely. You've once again deforested that bit, but I got some good news. This bit, lots of trees. Go get them. Go get the trees. Bring them back. Choppity chop chop chop, and then we're all good. And so be it. Right, the mill. We've got grain going into the mill. There we are, look. And we've actually got some flour. Is it happening? Well, the thing's going round, so that's a good sign, isn't it? Have a dedicated labourer. In fact, I'm going to put dedicated labourers on everything that I'm kind of short on. You lot, have a dedicated. And you as well. There we go. Because I suspect that having a dedicated labourer will up production. And if it doesn't, well, why are we doing it? Why do we do these things if it does not up production? The same could be said for the pig farm. Have a dedicated labourer. I'm sure they'll be thrilled. Really? Oh, I've got a permanent job. Brilliant. What is it? Pig farm. Oh, no. I don't want to go to the pig farm. You can't make me go to the pig farm. All right, then. And that's pretty much how the conversation goes. And you can have a dedicated labourer as well, because we still have real difficulty in actually feeding everybody. And I don't think there's an easy way around that. Anyway, we've got the opportunity now. I mean, the existing building projects are coming along, so I think it's high time we built the essential services that are the undertaker, who has an imposing building. I might stick in town actually, and then the cemetery, which I don't really want to give prime waterfront real estate to, but we'll put it right next to the toilet and the pig farm. But given that most of the people who end up being buried here in Failurewood haven't led the cleanest of lives, I think that's the most appropriate place for them. And then we'll... I don't know, where's this going to live? Is there a good spot here somewhere for the Undertaker? Well, right on the outskirts, that way he doesn't scare anybody if I put him out here. You got room to fit in this road here? Pretty much, more or less, give or take. There you go. Right, that's a whole bunch of stuff queued up. Splendid. Meters in short supply. I'm working on it. I have recently, I don't know if you saw my edict or not, but I assigned a dedicated labourer to the task. I know. And he's turned up. Oh, the frogs are back. And start getting that underway. There is a rather scary number of people now who... Odell, where is your horse? Not now, mate. Go to the loo. Alright. He's got to go read his paper. Which is fine. Oh no, hold on. He's come back out. There's no loo roll in there. I'm going to shoot someone. Who'll use the last of the loo roll? This is unacceptable. Although, you know, this is Wild West loo roll we're talking about here, so it's, I don't know, it's probably made of nettles or something. Anyway, that's going to wrap it up. Let's get away from the frogs. That's going to wrap it up for this time. A little more progress. We've grown the town a little further. What is our next grow the town amount here? Why, it's $15,000, y'all. Well, that's okay. That's a little more achievable than I thought it was going to be. But it's going to be a little while before we get there. Why is Burton Helfit stood out the front of the doctors with a rifle? Exactly what trouble is it that he is expecting? To get an answer to that, and possibly some other questions as well, you're going to have to turn up next time and tune into the next enthralling encounter with Depraved. Failurewood's original story of success, intrigue, and mayhem on the plains of the frontier. I've been Colonel Failure. Why not do yourself a failure? Yeah, do yourself a failure and subscribe to this. You know what, that's a catchphrase if ever I saw. I'm going to write that down. Do yourself a failure. That's brilliant, that is. A failure. Remember, you were here when that happened for the first time. I'm going to put that on a t-shirt. And then you can all buy one. And, you know, we'll virtually high-five out here on the internet. And sling a like at this. Yeah. If you enjoyed it. And I'll be back presently to find out exactly what it is that Burton has in mind. See you soon. Cheerio.